welcome to Dexter's discussion. This is Geeks of the Round, doing join our Dexter discussion. My name is Matt Moore. I'm your host. We are also here with Todd Grundle. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing well. How's everybody?
I don't think they're going to answer you, Todd.
I'm fine.
I am quite well.
Okay, that works. We also have Isaiah Mullins. See, I figured Todd was talking to the audience.
No, he was talking to me.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Isaiah?
Who's on for
Great,
Isaiah?
but pretty much not great for this episode, but I'm doing great.
Okay, that works. And Johann Phillips, how you doing, Johann?
Oh, doing great, man. Thanks for asking. How's everybody else?
I think we covered that.
I'm good.
Well,
Good.
Todd never confirmed, so.
Thank God.
All right.
All right, here we go.
We of course, we're on a great start, aren't we? We of course are discussing Dexter episode 809. We've got 4 episodes left?
Three more episodes
left after this one.
Right.
This was Make Your Own
music. Right.
Which of course is a reference to a Mama Cat song from I don't know, way back 1967, somewhere in there. But apparently it's a song that Vogel really liked, and apparently she used to play for not only her patients but her kids. And I think that particular theme might come back to haunt us in this particular discussion. Is she seems to not understand the difference between her patients and her kids. What did everyone think of the episode? I'm almost afraid to ask. Let's start with Isaiah, because he's been rather vocal about this one.
Oh, really? Okay. Let me think. I fucking hated it.
Can you stop being so, wishy-washy on how... I mean, we need, a definite answer, not...
Okay.
No more fence-sitting, Isaiah.
Okay, I don't like it. I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like
How
it.
about
It
you, Johann?
I thought it was all right.
Okay.
I was mutual on the whole episode, to be honest.
I personally thought that it was okay, but it was not great by any stretch of the imagination. How about you, Todd?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't drawn in. Everything that happened I already knew was going to happen, and I don't have to drink any kind of disgusting milkshake now. And,
How?
because it's Vogel. I said Vogel, and she's associated.
No, that's not what you said. You said Vogel is the brain surgeon.
I said, here, we'll go back eventually. I'll find it, and
Okay.
I'll call it out.
For those of you who do not follow the Geeks of the Round, and I think you might have said it to Maria Quiban, is Todd had claimed that if Vogel was not, in my opinion, I think he said if Vogel's not the brain surgeon, he would drink a disgusting shake. According to him, it was if she's not involved. The question is, though, was when you made the statement, was she involved? And I don't, and that's a very
that's a good question, which is still up for debate at this moment. Although I think she was, shit. I'm just thinking about the milkshake. I did say it off camera during the Batman hangout. I do know that much. Last week I did say an addendum to my thought. But,
okay. Which, by the way, the milkshake that I have planned for him is a Reese's milkshake, so chocolate and peanut butter with ranch dressing. He wants to do something with hot sauce, but I just want to throw ranch and some chocolate. Because ranch goes with everything except chocolate. Except chocolate.
I don't know. That doesn't sound so bad. I think I was being too light on myself. I was thinking about vanilla ice cream, hot sauce, bacon, and chocolate bits. That might actually be good.
That'd be very good.
So in this episode, we do a few important things. We find out how Vogel chose the profession she did, whether that maybe she ended up creating this family of killers to replace the child she gave up. Deb and Hannah, of course, have dinner. Dex finds out who the brain surgeon is. So we've got a little bit to cover. First, it starts out with Dexter asking about the song and like actually tracking down various clues, and Dexter doing the Dexter thing. And yeah, it was. It's kind of weird because of the fact that Dexter is this very. I don't know. He's this great detective, not like Batman detective, but great detective. Yet he never into the background of Vogel herself. Has anyone realized this? Like this whole, oh yeah, I used to have sons, is news to him. You would think that he'd know this.
Right, like, hey, it's like 101. Know your enemy, know your friends, know anybody.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently Dexter lives in a world where people actually fake their own death. And yet we still do not have Dokes back.
Right.
Like if there's anyone that would have faked their death and come back years later, I would have wanted it to be Dokes.
Same here. I would be like, okay, I'm good with that.
It would have been nice, but not much. It wouldn't be viable.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Exactly.
Right. That would have been classic. Like, yeah, he's back again. But oh well, we got something least better than that. Very least.
But Dexter, I guess, breaks into Zach's place to investigate the murder scene.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently is better at detecting than Oliver is at hiding evidence by finding blood underneath a table.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it would have gotten underneath a table.
Right,
but
like, there.
That's why I'm saying it's all planned and plotted all along. She's involved through and through. But by the way, I did look, and in the comment with Mommy Loves Tech, I did say it's her. I didn't have my addendum there, so for technicalities, I'll probably be drinking shit.
Well, we wouldn't make you drink actual shit.
Yeah,
so
that'd be
now
too
that
much.
you bring it up.
Probably be better than what you've got. That ranch dressing thing. That's gonna be nasty.
So yeah, he does his detective thing and finds that it's a family match to Vogel. This is kind of obvious. Was anyone here surprised that Vogel was somehow related? I mean, was this a stretch of the imagination to anybody?
I wasn't surprised, but I felt
No.
stupid. I
Very
felt stupid because I did say last week, I'm pretty positive that the guy had something to do with her, but I couldn't figure out what. I've been saying that all along, that if she's not the brain surgeon, somebody else is. I think we need to check the tapes. He's going to be connected to her, but probably the husband, I said. And when I did figure out it was the boyfriend, I never once thought son. So when that came up, I felt really stupid.
Okay.
I felt dumbfounded. Like, are you serious? That plot line? Okay. Whatever.
And then, of course, we've got Vogel choosing her son over Dexter. Basically, she claims herself to be Dexter's spiritual mother.
Yeah.
And then the second she finds out she has a real mother, she dumps his ass like last week's trash.
Like, how long did that last? Like, man, that lasted for like 3 episodes. Kick him to the curb. Like, wow, that was quick.
Yeah,
It
but
was,
even
Go on.
but even still, I thought season 6, the twist in season 6 was way worse. When you find out that what's his face's character was dead the whole time.
Yeah, that was pretty much a dead
Oh
guy.
the preacher man.
Yeah. Edward James Olmos. No,
Yeah, played by Adama.
Wait, that's another one. I saw that coming a mile away. I said that from the first damn episode.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
this whole sun plot also kind of mimics the Ice Truck Killer kind of plot, like how Brian Moser was trying to get to Dexter, the Saxton character tried to get to Vogel in the most oddest way. Like, okay, so it's like mimicking the season 6 boss and season 1's boss all together.
So you think that that's bringing in? Oh, one second. We have an important guest. Let's bring in Maria Quiban. How you doing, Maria?
Yay!
Also,
yeah.
Okay,
this whole
serious.
sun plot also kind of mimics the Ice Truck Killer kind of plot, like how Brian Moser was trying to get to Dexter.
Who is playing the thing
Like
out?
Vogel in the most oddest way. Like, okay, so it's like
Maria?
mimicking the season 6 boss and season
Can you
1
pause the video?
all of them together.
Oh, I'm
you
so
think
sorry.
that,
I'm so sorry.
There we go.
That's such a rookie move. I'm so sorry. That was such a rookie move.
You're good. It's fine.
What
I love hearing my own voice.
What did you think of the episode?
Oh my god. I agree with you guys. I think it was still like really lame, but it was the best one still out of the last several. And I did feel kind of dumb that it was her son and that Dexter didn't know about it. Hello.
It was like a dumbfounded way, like, what? It was brought out of nowhere, like, out of nowhere. Like, I have a son. I have 2 sons. One's dead and one's in the mental society.
Yeah.
That's my word. I was dumbfounded.
That was really crazy. Like, I really blame the writers for this because Dexter, who has been so ahead of everyone, ahead of all his the criminals, yeah. And then all of a sudden now he's an idiot. Like, he doesn't do his due diligence.
Oh, God, he gets stupider.
The whole Miami Police Department, they're stupid. Like, the writers have made all of them just not as likable. No one is likable to me.
You're not the only one.
Absolutely.
That's honestly how I felt all season, yeah.
Yeah, same here.
It's like crazy. Anyway, I'm so ticked off.
So, then Vogel chooses Oliver over Dexter. And here's the thing, is that if it ends up being like Dexter versus Vogel, Dexter's kind of screwed. I mean, really, because Vogel knows everything about Dexter. I mean, absolutely everything. Who he loves, what his daily routine is. I mean, everything. She's pre-programmed to be Dexter's worst enemy.
Or a stalker.
That's the thing. You don't have to stalk someone when you know what they're going to do before they do it.
Right.
I just feel like the captain's gonna get back in the game. I don't know, like
Matthews.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that a lot too.
Oh, not
Matthews.
captain. What is his? I forget what his title is, but yeah, Matthews.
It's Deputy Chief.
Deputy Chief.
And we have the theory that he actually knows about Dexter already.
Right.
Yeah, a lot.
Right. I do too, and I think he is so concerned about the Hamilton son, Zach, because he knows too about him. Like it's like he knows about these.
Everybody.
People. Yeah.
That's why he was like, if he turns up, because he's maybe thinking Dexter's already got him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, here's the thing: is the question is how much does Vogel know? Because Todd's kind of hinted at this already in this hangout. Is whether or not this whole thing was planned from the get-go, like Zach being killed, maybe Dexter. I mean, maybe Vogel has known about her son since literally episode 1.
I don't think so.
That'd be lame if the writers
Very
did
lame.
that. Yeah, that would be really lame. I don't think so. I don't think that.
Because she said she hadn't seen her son since ever, and her quote-unquote husband said he died.
Right. Since he was like 14 or whatever he was, and he saw the body and not her. I mean, so
Right.
yeah, I believe that. Well, we should, and if the writers try to do a little switcheroo on that storyline, I'll be really ticked off again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Never know this season.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, Todd, how much do you think Vogel knows?
You know, from what she said, what did she say? When he goes, "See, I didn't tell him." That could go either way. So I was really, you know,
right.
at least they did it. At least they tossed me there, because that means she could have been talking to him. Then he got mad at her because he thought she sicked Dexter on him.
Right.
But I mean, that
you're
does
right.
insinuate something.
Yeah, what does that statement mean exactly? Like she goes, "See, I didn't send him." Is that what she said? What did she say?
But then there was a funny thing how like she said
that was exactly it.
Right, because something happened while he went to it was that bullshit thing that they said if I type in my journal that somehow he hacked into it, that he might know that I was there. Like, how do you know he hacked into your journal? No, in fact, it's not online. It's on Windows and all that bullshit. Like, whatever. It was like that whole plot hole. Like, that's kind of stupid. He didn't really say he's a computer guy. We don't know what his title is, really. So.
Well, he's like a building inspector, according to his story to the police.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's actually a pretty decent question. Is at some point did she lose her laptop? And I just don't remember it.
Well, people can allegedly hack into other people's computers and laptops. There are ways to do it. If obviously maybe this guy's so savvy that he was able to do it.
Right.
So, I get it. I get how he may have done that. But
I know from a personal experience that it's much easier to do something like that. You could literally do it in about 2 minutes if you actually physically have someone's laptop. And you can do it in download.com.
But we hear it on the news how people do it. But why did all of a sudden he wants to have a relationship with his mother? Like all these years he didn't send. I mean, just recently he started sending her brain parts and then didn't knock on the door and go, "Hey, it's me." Like, I don't get that. Like, what is all that about?
Well, that's why I still think Vogel is the Dr. Frankenstein to his brain surgeon. You know, she's been pulling his strings all along.
Oh, so she's been doing to sort of get him out?
No, I think she's like literally been guiding him and leading him all these years. Like the story about how about this? She killed her husband, so that way she could hide her murderer son, and then she's had him living somewhere off to the side and secretly raising him and creating this perfect creature, as she thinks psychopaths are.
We're in the wild speculation area, which is way too early for it, but I'm going to allow it because I have a counter to it.
Don't worry, I have my wild speculation later, and I think there is a spy.
Is that same story, except she didn't kill her husband, she had her son kill her husband.
Okay, yeah, exactly. She probably never kills anybody.
Yeah.
Did they talk about what happened to her husband? Because she talked about what happened to her 2 kids, but she didn't talk about her husband. Her husband is Matthews. No.
I'm still holding hope.
We've been talking about that for a while. We're hoping.
Please.
Oh, really? You talked about Matthews being her husband?
Well, not the husband, but maybe
the father.
I did suggest the husband at one point.
I suggested the husband, though.
Okay, that her and Matthews were together at one point.
Okay, I can see that.
Let me see. Do we have anything else on Vogel? If not, we can move on to Hannah.
There's one thing about it's about this. It's about her. It's about Dexter. Never mind. Let's go on.
Okay. No, what do you want to say about Dexter? Because I was actually, unless it has to do with Hannah, we haven't covered it.
Well, Dexter sucks at stalking. That's all I gotta say.
And that's what Maria.
Because he was standing right behind the dude at the window.
In broad daylight.
Yeah, I was. That did bother me as well. And he was walking about 15 feet behind him.
Behind who?
behind the brain surgeon.
I know. Like, okay, that bothered me. Like, how did he know to park right next to the brain surgeon? And how did the brain surgeon know that that was his car and that he was going to slash his tires right before he went? Like, that was just so stupid.
Too much stretching there.
Yeah, there was a lot of stretching there. I think I'm going to have to agree with you guys. I think Vogel's going to be the main killer of this season.
She has to.
She has
Do
to.
I still have to drink the milkshake then? How's the go?
Yes, absolutely.
Because we haven't had one female, like, main killer.
Very true. That's very true.
Entire
What about Dexter's ex-girlfriend who tried to kill him?
Yeah, but she wasn't the main one. Like, she wasn't the main one.
I don't know. I mean, you might call Lila the main, because otherwise, if she wasn't
Dokes, maybe.
No, Lila wasn't. Lila wasn't. Oh, you're right. I guess Lila. No, I still think she wasn't the main one for the whole season.
I don't know that they had a main one that season because they weren't really going by a formula yet. You know what I mean?
That was a good thing behind it.
I think he had like Dokes and Lila, and he had multiple adversaries that one. I'm not sure. Was there a big baddie, Johann? Do you remember?
Yeah.
You're normally good at remembering that stuff.
Yeah, from season the big baddie from season 2. No, it was Dexter. Remember Bay Harbor Butcher?
Oh
The whole
yeah.
time they were
There you
following
go.
Dexter.
Dexter was the one.
So
Yeah.
Dokes was his main rival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so. See,
Don't forget
they
about
never
Lundy.
really had a woman who, at the end of the whole season, was the one.
Right.
So-
I don't know. He went to Europe and tracked her down and killed her.
Yeah, because she killed Dokes and.
Yeah.
Like the,
That
but
is
the
true.
main,
But that
But the
was
main
like
is-
collateral damage for her. It wasn't like she was setting out to go kill Dokes. Do you know what I mean? Like all these other people.
And I think the killing of her was more like the tying of a loose end, whereas the killing of Dokes was a necessity. Because if he didn't kill Dokes, he was screwed. He
out.
might not have been screwed if Lily or Lila was still out there.
Yeah.
Lila,
yeah.
But
He killed
but
her
there,
more or less to just close up a loose end or tie up a
Yeah.
loose end.
But
Yeah.
Vogel will be like, she would be the main one, like Jimmy Smith's was, or the older guy, what's his name?
John Lithgow.
Trinity?
John Lovett.
Yeah.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow was.
John Lovett would make an awesome.
John Lovett would be great.
He would be great.
Now we need one more season.
Dexter, I've got you now.
That was so of him.
You're right,
Thanks,
John
brother.
Lithgow. But yeah, in season 2, it was he was getting rid of all the people who had killed his mom.
Right.
That was the main killers that he was getting rid of. But
There you go. Not a woman.
Yeah. Now,
What about?
I
What
love
about
it.
Lagrange? She was the main villain too of the season 7. She was a big bad in a way.
who?
Lagrange. It's,
Yeah, but she's not. That's just it. That's why I'm hesitant to say Dokes. The same reason I'm hesitant to say LaGuerta. It's because they're not, in this particular case, they're not killers. Now,
Yeah.
Dokes has killed and has killed plenty of times, but not illegally.
that is true as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Lila's on the edge because she was on the edge. She liked fire and she liked to
Well,
burn.
Plus, he killed her because remember she tried killing Aster and Cody by burning them alive in the house
That
or
is
whatever.
true.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Strangely, that doesn't work so much for Dexter. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we've got Hannah, and of course the federal marshal is looking for Hannah.
I love Hannah. I love her.
I'm
Marshall.
liking her
That's
more and
stupid.
more as this season goes on. I love the actress, but I didn't really like the character last season. But this season, I'm starting to.
I get her now. I think I get her a little bit more. Yeah.
I think you're all gonna hate her if my wild speculation is true.
Which is?
I'm holding off till the time.
Okay.
The funny thing is, I like the Marshall.
That's a little teaser. Keep watching, folks.
They were
No,
like,
I don't think. I think Hannah's going to be good. I think they're going to sail off in the sunset together, and then Harrison's going to pick up where Dexter left off.
no, but they were like notice how the Marshal was doing the real detective work, like actual real work, and not being fooled by Dexter and his antics to get Hannah free. Like this guy's really smart.
Well, according to the story thus far, he is quote unquote falling for it. But let's be honest, he's not falling for it.
Right, he's not that stupid.
They could have gotten a better Marshall, in my opinion, as an actor. Sorry, Marshall actor dude. But I just feel like you're not as believable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll buy it for now.
But I'd also have to disagree with Isaiah there and say the Marshalls I thought were kind of stupid, or at least Dexter was stupid, going right to Hannah as soon as you have a U.S. Oh no, the U.S. Marshals are here. What do we do? I'm going to go right to your location.
What about Hannah, who didn't put on disguise or put some dye or cut her hair, did something? Like, you're walking in broad daylight with Dexter.
I agree with you, Isaiah. It's like you look exactly like you are. At least have some kind of disguise.
What do we think about a dark-haired Hannah?
Yeah.
The only person who was good at disguise and everything was Harrison. He's like, when he made that picture, like, who's that person? Like, my mother. Like boom. He's like, that's a great lie.
That was a lucky accident.
That is actually something I wanted to talk about later in the small part players, but we can bring it up now. Is that kind of makes you wonder how aware Harrison is that Hannah might be in trouble.
That's why I'm saying I think Harrison is very aware of what's going on around him, and that's why he's going to become the serial killer that Dexter is going to leave behind.
I can see that because he's not throughout this whole season, he wasn't really annoying. He was really much outsmarting Dexter, like, because he caught Dexter in a couple lies. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, he should slap his own fire for being so stupid. Like,
remember how he grabbed that teddy bear out of the rubbish can and it was like filled with blood or something like that?
Yeah,
remember that?
The doggy.
The doggy.
They had the blood washed off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, Daddy, you lied too. He's like, oh, that was a good one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, now Dexter and Hannah want to disappear to Argentina.
Yep. Did you see the trailer?
Argentina.
The trailers for the last 2 episodes were like, woo.
Yeah, they look okay. It's like,
well,
they go either way.
I want it to be good.
Okay,
I thought they were pretty exciting.
My problem with Argentina is not a non-extradition country.
Right.
Yeah, that's why they want to go there.
And plus,
they will extradite him. The only way that they won't extradite you is if you give up your U.S. citizenship.
Which they will.
Well,
Argentina.
Plus, they'll have false identities on their way in, so...
Yeah. And plus, why is Dexter telling everybody this? Like, he just told Vogel, he's going to tell the police department, like, oh yeah, I'm going to leave the station for good. Like,
that's exactly. I agree with you. It's like, oh, hello, has he become so stupid? He's so crazy. The writers are just letting me down.
Or Dexter's blinded by love. I tried to see if that was what it was, but if that's what it is, Michael C. Hall's not portraying blinded by love so well. He seems more like he's falling out of his element. Like Dexter's falling to pieces and making bad decisions.
Way.
Yep. He's not being careful like Harry taught him to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's something we talked about last week, is whether or not this is the end of Dexter and his Dark Passenger. As we talked, we brushed on that briefly last week. Is maybe when all of this is done, he is done. Like, this is his retirement.
I agree with you.
And maybe he's starting to suck at his job because he doesn't care anymore.
Well, yeah, he said that in the episode that he's done after he kills the brain surgeon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Saxon.
Well, then clearly that can't be where it's going to end.
Right. There's going to be a lot
if they're telling us now, then perhaps it goes further to my theory, and maybe Dexter. I just think something's going to happen that at the end of this, it will have the Dark Passenger even darker.
Yeah, you know what, Todd? You're right. Because at the end of the day, this whole thing is about the bottom line. And if these writers can write the season off in such a way that there's so much desire for more, that they're going to make a movie out of it. So they've got to make it open-ended with, right? Don't you agree? Because it has to.
Yeah, it's the only way that they can, and that's why Harrison is the best spin-off, because it's in the future, it's when Harrison's grown up, so they are free to do anything with the continuity in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plus Dexter cursed himself like, I got two more weeks before retirement. He just pulled that card out, didn't he? Yes, he did. Well, it's only bad luck for him. 2 weeks before retirement.
What is that? The Danny Glover card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this. And then we move on to Deb. Deb just Deb's going the other way. As while Dexter is looking forward to his retirement, she's looking to start. Yeah, she's thinking about starting her life back again, but she can't. She's at a standstill. It's literally she cannot become a cop again while she is harboring a fugitive in her home, because of course Hannah's living with her right now.
Yeah,
and while her brother is a freaking serial killer.
All the more reason to go back to being a cop.
Pretty much.
She's just like, I don't know that I can do this. I can't. I don't think she is able to enforce the rule of law while she is so obviously breaking the rule of law. I don't think she's that kind of hypocrite. I don't think she'll allow herself to be that kind of hypocrite.
She has already. She's been doing it as a human being. I don't know. I think she will go back to being a cop.
She will go back to, like, come on.
She will. She loved it. She loved questioning that stupid son suspect with Quinn. Yeah. Like, she got off on that. She liked it.
Yeah.
Does anyone else here want to see her haul off and just lay out Elway? Just knock Elway on his ass?
That's the Boondock Saint, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
yes
he?
And no.
Like, why is he there?
Track down.
Very good question.
Elway
called him. There to give her a job because she had to get out of the police force?
He's there because Norman Reedus is a hit on AMC.
Yes. Yes.
Now you bring this up. This is completely out of the blue. But what if what if Saxon did kill Cassie, but didn't kill Zach, and it's actually Elway as the brain surgeon?
Well, we talked about that last time, but I don't think it is now. I don't think it's happening.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That's too much of a stretch. That's
yeah,
some break,
I agree.
This is backtracking too.
I did ponder it at one point early on. Could he be that character? But at this point, I don't think it would happen.
The only way that could happen, the only way. Oh no, it can't really, because you remember when Dexter was running the facial recognition for that DNA that he found under the table, and you had the young. Like, the only way it could happen is if it popped up and then all of a sudden Elway's picture popped up. Or, like, he mistakenly didn't put Elway's picture up. And even Vogel has been conned into thinking that was her son. Oh, well, you can't because the DNA matched. Because I thought Elway would be her son.
That you said is... Oh, that's right, because the DNA was from Zach's house, and that's how it got... Okay, you're right. Well, that's just it. Okay, then what if he's not the brain surgeon, but he is a copycat killer?
Not enough episodes left.
Sorry.
You're right. There's only 2 more left, but you know how they wrap things up. In the
three more.
No, 2 more. There's only
2 more. Well, after this Sunday, yes.
I believe there's only 2 more.
10, 11, 12, 3.
3.
Oh, really? 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there were only 2. Okay, that's good. Good news.
But we already know that he can do copycat killings because he copycat killed Casey. Say that 5 times fast.
He copycat killed Casey. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did that on purpose because he wanted to.
Cassie.
No, but he did that on purpose so that he could purposely frame Zach.
Yeah, which was kind of weird. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's not like he was just copycatting like any other copycat.
Right. And he's got that down to a fine T, too. Like, how do you know how to copy Zach's, like, pattern of brutality?
The bludgeoning. Yeah, the blood. Yeah. That was weird.
That was weird. Like, okay.
Well,
and for the record, the last 3 episodes are, and this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this, cover your ears for the next 5 seconds. Goodbye, monkey pops, and remember the monster.
Wave your hand when you're done.
What? Okay.
Yeah, there are 3 episodes left.
And what's the spoiler? Go ahead.
Oh, what's the name of the episodes? Goodbye Miami, Monkey in a Box, and Remember the Monsters.
Monkey in the Box. Remember the Monsters.
Are we still in the spoiler zone?
I think we're done.
Okay. It looks like a good one. Everyone was silent.
I read those before. I read those titles before. So,
You did?
yeah. Wikipedia helped me out.
Yes, absolutely. But where were we? Oh, so of course Deb and Hannah had dinner, which was rather interesting.
I
I
like
thought
that. I liked it actually.
Yeah.
that was my comedy line of the night was, "Are you kidding me?" When Hannah offers Deborah food.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty funny.
And then
But,
she said, "I can't believe I'm eating your food," or "I'm eating." Your food. Yeah.
Yes, 2 of these people who hate each other are sitting in the same room, have a civil conversation. Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And but the thing is now that Deborah seemingly wants to become a cop again, are we going to end up seeing a Dexter versus Deborah type of situation?
No.
No.
No, I think
I do not think
They've
so.
established that they're together. They've established that they've overlooked whatever.
I think Deb would have made her move already if she
Yeah.
was and turned Dexter in.
Yates. Yeah,
Exactly. And remember, I think Deborah killed that other guy. You remember that?
They mentioned that too before.
Remember she killed that one dude, the fence guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah. I forgot his name too, but I think of him as Tuco from Breaking Bad, even though that's not his name.
He was L something or another.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is that she kind of thinks of Vogel as a mother as well now, and with Dexter going against Vogel, I figure that might be something that kind of wedges in between Dexter and Deb.
No. I don't think so, because
Okay.
because their bond is very strong this time.
Yeah.
I think Deb's like washed her hands. She's
and thank God she's like done with the whole incest storyline.
Oh, thank you, God! I got. They dropped that.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah,
I was this close to like dumping it.
The same here. Like, really? I'm gonna love my brother's bullshit. Whatever.
Yeah. I wasn't for it.
I was done. Yeah, I was almost done. I was like, this is not. If this goes on any further, I'm done.
Right.
And one last thing before we get into wild speculations.
Oh boy.
Is okay. First off, there was no real Batista storyline in this, except that he tried to get Deb back. No Masuka, except he introduced his daughter to Deb.
Yep.
And there was almost no Quinn, except
the kids.
Yes.
It's stupid. Like, dude, stay out of Elsa's life. Seriously, dude.
What is it about? He's got a hot chick at home who's totally him. Wait, that's stupid. That's just dumb. Like that. No.
Quinn is dumb. So.
Yeah.
He's not a man.
You know what does not help? Okay, I'm not defending Quinn. He's got a hot chick at home, and he should be happy with what he has.
Right.
But what he has will not shut up about Deborah.
That is true.
No reason to. I mean, he caused a lot of problems with that.
He gives a reason to do that.
Yeah. Quinn's not that.
Yeah, obviously she's right. He's freaking kissing her.
Right, like,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, that's true.
Seriously, she just got on the
That's
floor.
true. You're right. She does. Her instinct is correct. Obviously, she feels like something is going on. Like there's a disconnect. I get that, but it's like, dude, seriously, just make up your mind. Can I just say one more thing before we go into speculation?
What's that?
I'm also bumming at how like awful of a dad Dexter is. Like he sort of just like lets Jamie take his kid and spend the night at their house or Batista's house. I mean, like who does that? Like who just lets them take your kid off to the nanny's brother's house or the nanny's? It's like I don't know.
Well,
I've been thinking the same thing for a while.
Dexter knows Quinn and Batista. Yeah, but Dexter knows Quinn and Batista. He's worked with them
but it's still his son.
For years.
But still, don't you think that Quinn and Batista would be going, where the hell is Dexter right now?
Right, like,
Yeah.
his son.
Like, he's not working. we know he's not working.
And that brings up something really interesting, though, with Dexter and his parenting, because I've been thinking, all right, so sure, Quinn and like Johann or whoever just said that Quinn and Batista, you know, they know Harrison or whatever, but Dexter has this love that he's feeling for Hannah, but it has never been present for his own child. So in a lot of ways, in the last 2 seasons, I've been looking at him as a real douchebag, you know.
Terrible father.
Like the things he says about his daughter, like I feel real love now, and it's just like when he's saying that, I don't feel any sympathy for him. It's like you feel real love now. You have a child. Where you know, where was it then?
And that's another thing is this didn't start with Jamie. I mean, remember the Irish babysitter, the Irish lady babysitter. That's why the Irish lady babysitter dumped him. It's because of the fact that he would disappear for whole nights at a time.
Yeah, she said, you're a bad dad. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and continue to support this. And that's why she left.
So, I mean, this is not because, did not start with Jamie.
I don't remember the Irish babysitter for some reason. What season was that?
Oh, that was season...
I think
shortly,
right after Rita died. Like,
yeah, I was going to say shortly after Rita died.
Season 5 then, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't even remember that at all.
It's been a while.
She's in a few episode arc.
Yeah. Let's go into wild speculations. Go for it, Todd.
All right. There was a scene in this last episode where
let's move on to Isaiah.
Dexter and Hannah hug, and when they hug and they're talking about we're gonna go to Argentina, and I think she goes, nobody's gonna know, and then he goes, nobody's gonna know except for Deborah, and then there was a silence after that, and that's when I thought, oh, so what's gonna happen is before they go, Hannah's gonna kill Deborah, which is what's gonna make Dexter realize that he's been slipping this whole time, that he's been screwing up and letting this so-called emotions get the best of him and confuse him. And that's what's going to, as we leave the series, set him off on a darker path. Now he's never going to let another killer go.
I like that because it curtails right into my theory, which is that he's going to find another city and continue killing.
Basically.
Which has been my theory since the beginning of these discussions.
Right.
What? He's going to continue killing with Hannah?
Well,
no, he's going to kill her, according to my theory.
Oh, got it.
Well,
and I really think I think just because they film it here that the city he's going to go to is L.A.
Or Chicago.
Or New York City.
Yeah, they don't film it in any of those places.
No. They don't make chili in New York City.
Yes, they do.
Who else has a wild speculation?
I do.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say like, Bogo's gonna give ideas to her son, Saxton, to go after Hannah, to keep Dexter pretty much in the same vicinity because she don't want him gone. She want him going to being happy. She want to be miserable or become a killer that she always dreamed of he would be. So he's gonna kill Hannah regardless of what people say. He's gonna kill Hannah, make Dexter feel a lot more pain and more rage, and when that happens, it's pretty much going to be game over for Saxton. Like, dude, it's game over. Game over, dude. Game over. And
my wild speculation is John Lovitz is behind all of this. The whole time. He's the man behind the curtain. Like, at the very last episode, he comes out.
My wild speculation is Dokes is going to come back from the dead and kill everybody.
There we go.
I would love that.
No.
And him and Lila have been together this entire time.
Dokes and Deputy Chief, what's his name, Matthews, are actually secret lovers, and he's behind it. They both knew about Dexter.
Johann, what did you say? You had a different wild speculation, right?
Oh, no, just that John Lovitz is the master.
Oh, that's it. That is your wild speculation.
Scoundrel.
Oh, Dexter, I got you now.
From the grave.
All right, awesome. Now, does anyone have anything else before we wrap up? No? Well, first off, I want to thank Maria Quiban for joining us. That's an extra special treat. Make sure to check out Maria at Mommy Loves Tech on Google+. You can also see her on Channel 11, LA Channel 11, which is myfoxla.com. And also you can do Google Hangouts with her. For example, she's doing a Google Hangout with Jane Lynch.
Yes. I wish you guys could come. Come tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
Anybody who's cool ever. She does hangouts with every single cool person ever imaginable.
Yeah, and Matt Attaché. She also does hangouts with him. Yes, that was a bad joke. All right, and you can also check out Geeks of the Round at geeksoftheround.com, or go to Google Plus and look us up, Geeks of the Rounds. You can find my YouTube channel at youtube.com/nobody, NOBODEY. You can find Diano's YouTube page at Evo Anubis, youtube.com/EVOANUBIS. Until next week, I want to thank you for joining us, and have a great week. Bye.